can. I really can. Actually, it's helping.
Are we really waiting for this to finish?
Keep looking at me!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and the Borderlands trailer has dropped. As you see the clip in the beginning of the video, and it is hot garbage. And you know, like, I'm trying to keep saying here, I'm not trying to swear as much, you know what I mean? Because, like, if I start swelling, I can't even say words because this trailer is garbage. I can't, if I start swearing, you know, it's like a jukebox. Once you put the quarter in, it kind of just keeps running, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that, right? So, let me explain to you, as a lifelong Borderlands fan, how much this trailer disappoints me, and I'm worried for this movie. This showed me all I need to see. I'm not gonna go see this movie. All right, I'm not gonna go see it. But let me explain to you why I won't be seeing it. Okay, so for those who don't know, this movie has been in development since 2019. Okay, Randy Pitchford has been talking about this movie for almost 5 years now. Okay, we saw the set 3 years ago. Okay, now it's all of a sudden coming out, where it's like, okay, what is going on here? Why is it coming out now, even though it should have came out a few years ago? But I digress. And so the trailer, it's like, it's kind of like if you have like corporate or someone who doesn't know the franchise sit down, watch a bunch of cutscenes from the game, and it's like, okay, we're gonna make this into a movie. Okay, well, I see that these characters were in the first couple of games. We're gonna take those characters. I really like this character because she's punky and cool. I like this character, and we're gonna bring them all together and put it like that. The casting is absolutely garbage. Okay, and I'm saying it because it's like, when you cast in a character, I know you have to give casting a chance. Like, even the biggest example is obviously with Batman and Ben Affleck. People say, oh my god, Ben Affleck couldn't play Batman, or Robert Pattinson couldn't play Batman, right? And they pulled it off effortlessly, right? But it's a certain point where it's like, from the initial step, you have to get the character at least looking right. You know what I mean? Like, the first image of Batman came out, he looked it cool. Like, you already got the first step done. You know what I mean? It don't matter how trash the movie is, Batman looks cool, right? These characters do not look like their characters. I'm sorry. Like, Kate Blanchett is gorgeous. Fine, okay? She is 20 years too old to play Lilith, okay? All right? And I'm saying this as a Kate Blanchett fan. Listen. Till the room stank, all right? Jamie Lee Curtis, till the room stank. You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying this. Listen. What did Alfred Molina say? I'm a bit of a slut that way. Anyway. I'm sorry, that's crazy. And so everyone's gonna talk about the elephant in the room, which is Kevin Hart playing Roland. You know what I mean? It's like, if I play Roland, I don't look the part at all. Okay, you have this 5 foot something comedian playing supposed to play a tall, stoic ex-soldier. Okay, it doesn't work. All right, and it's like, it's nothing. He's probably trying his best. All right, I'm not flacking the guy. It's just the casting is so off. And I personally do not like Jack Black as Claptrap, but if you wanted an iconic voice to play Claptrap, that's cool. I don't like, it doesn't really bother me, right? Tiny Tina looks cool. I don't understand why Craig is there, because in canon they haven't interacted yet. You know what I mean? It's not like I haven't played the Borderlands 3 DLCs, but from what I know, they haven't interacted yet. Like, and so he's supposed to be like this protector. It's like, it says, oh, right here in the description of the video, Tina's muscle-bound protector. It's like, what? Like, what do we do? It's like they're jumbling so many things at once, and I don't know if this is supposed to be like in between games, or like, what is really going on. They don't look the part, and also the jokes aren't funny. I'll be honest with you. When they started, and I know Borderlands isn't the most mature franchise, right? But they balances jokes and tone very well. At least I would say the first 2 games, Tales from the Borderland, and I say the pre-sequel's decent, but the third one just sucked. But it's like, how are you supposed when you make a video game movie, the video game movie has to be for the fans. If you're making it for the casual audience, you already failed it, because the people who are coming to returning to watch this movie are going to be the fans. People are going to watch it and be like, oh, this is just a regular, weird action movie. You know what I mean? And no one's going to show up to see this. And so even on the Lionsgate Movies YouTube channel that has the trailer, it has 31,000 dislikes to 27,000 likes. And it's like, bro, like, the fans, the people who are waiting on this movie do not like what they're seeing. And you have this whole scene where Claptrap is shitting and he's like, oh, I do better when y'all watch. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, and I'm not saying this as being on the high horse. It's just, when there are jokes in the franchise, for the most part, it was funny. Okay, I'm not saying, other than the third game, most of the jokes in the franchise was funny. Okay, you had the mocking dead people, and then when serious stuff happened, you felt the weight of it. Like when Mordecai lost his bird, you felt it. You know what I mean? When Vault Hunters died, you felt it. And then when a villain like crack a joke at it, you're pissed at them. It's not like you're you're not laughing with them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And I don't think this movie will be mature enough or skillful enough to balance that tone. I feel like they're going for, Brady Pitcher said they're going for like a Guardians of the Galaxy type vibe, and I don't think this fits what they're trying to do at all. And I'm not saying when you make a Borderlands film it has to be super serious and dark and gritty, but it has to be a line, right? I feel like if you want to do a Borderlands movie that doesn't that mentions, like, interacts with the main game canon, right, and also doesn't ruin the flow or anything like that, you could just make Tales from the Borderlands a movie. Like, that is the most story-driven game of the franchise, and it has likable characters. And then if you want to take the, like, lazy approach, you could have just had the voice actors play the characters. Of course, it goes the same problem of them not looking the part, but for the most part, if you have, like, the voices from the game playing the characters, I think that'd be dope, right? And also it'll tie in directly to the games. They have mentions of the games. Some characters actually from the main game show up, right? And it makes sense. It'd be dope. Like, no one would complain at that point. But the way they're doing like it kind of feels like an early 2000s video game movie, where it's like they're taking the property, doing what they want with it, and no one's happy at the end of the day. Back to the whole Tales from the Borderlands being a movie, I think that one, the story driven, so it makes sense. Like, you have all the funny moments, all that, you can just do the same thing beat by beat. Only thing it removes is the choices of it, and you could just pick all the storyline, just pick all the funny choices and dialogue, and people who watch the movie that played the game be like, oh yeah, I remember XYZ. This story as is, this trailer does not excite anyone. No one looking at this, and the fact that you have from the producer of Uncharted, Spider-Man, and Venom, that gives me no faith. Like, why would I pay money to see this? What is this? It feels like a movie I would put on when I'm sick and play in the background as I fall asleep and wake back up randomly throughout the movie. I feel like this movie is going to drop and be forgotten within a month. And people are just going to remember, like, y'all remember that bad Borderlands movie? Like, I feel like that's what it's going to be. And you know what sucks? I've played, like, Borderlands 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, right? And I've been a fan of this franchise for years, okay? Tales of the Borderlands it's my favorite Telltale game, right? Borderlands 3 was absolute garbage. Pre-sequel wasn't that bad, and the first game is decent, you know? It's just, it sucks to see there's so much potential with this franchise being in a movie, you know what I mean? And it just feels like, I don't know if it was Gearbox or they was like, bro, like, when someone presents like, yo, we want to make our franchise a movie, they're like, okay, do whatever you want. This is just great. It's like it feels like Uncharted, right? Where they had Uncharted and they dropped the trailer and we're like, yo, Tom Holland doesn't look like the character. Mark Wahlberg doesn't look like Sully. And it's gonna be, it feels like, and at the end he had to earn his mustache. It was fucking stupid. It was like this whole movie, when Uncharted was revealed, it was like, oh, this movie's gonna bomb. This movie is not gonna do good. This is not a movie that we want. Same thing with this. It's like the jokes wasn't funny. I did not crack a smile this entire time, and the only redeeming quality of this entire movie was, I don't know if I said this earlier, but the only character that looks closest to the game and to the actual the franchise is Tiny Tina. But it's like, you get a little white girl. Get a little white girl, put bunny ears on, like, okay. And the line she delivered wasn't even that good. So it's like, bro, like, what are we doing here? But those are my thoughts. Let me know down below what y'all think. I'll be in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share, and I'm out. Peace.